we may see in some varying ways animals in the frame, but you should be used to that by now. So I wanted to do series that I'm gonna try, and I'm not sure how frequently I will do this, but I love a good book stack. Who doesn't love a good book stack? Whether it's next to your bed, if it's, you know, on a top of a bookshelf, book stack, seeing what's in a book stack. For me, this is a book stack I had on the table next to the couch. I don't really keep books next to my bed. I keep them next to the couch because usually when I go into bed, I'm ready to go to bed. So I thought I would share with you kind of what is in my book stack. Some of these are books that I'm currently working my way through, and then some new ones that came in, and there's some books that you kind of, for whatever reason, start but kind of slowly work your way through. So I definitely have one of those that we're going to start off with. But this is, I don't even know what all is in here, so hopefully there's nothing. I don't think there's anything too strange in there. So the first one is one that I've been working through probably since, actually, I think it's since February, because the buzzword readathon from Books and Lala, was it for February, was some kind of emotion, I think. Positive emotion. Yeah. So I've been working on Grief is Love, Living with Loss by Marissa Renee Lee. And I think I've talked about this one before. And I know the buzzword readathon was definitely something about positive, happy emotion. And some may argue that grief is love. Grief is not a happy emotion. It's not. Absolutely not. But love is, and so that's why I made it work. It works. Kayla at Books and Lala is not strict about it. But I've been working my way through this, working through grief of losing my mom a couple years ago, losing my soulmate cat last summer, that I had had for a really long time. And grief has just become a really, I don't know, buzzword for me. I like books with grief. I'm actually reading a couple, just finished a book, a fiction book that talked about grief, and about to finish one. So I'm really liking this so far. It actually talks about Marissa Renee Lee's loss of her mom. Marissa was in her 20s when her mom died, and her mom was in her 50s, 60s, something like that. But just seeing on the back, claim space for grief's complicated feelings and emotions. That's basically what she talks about, and what I'm interested in is claiming that space and opening that space for other people. And so I am working my way through this. I'm only on chapter 2, but I'll finish it when I finish it. The next one is a library book. This is Night Bloom by Peace Adzumedi. This is one of the Women's Prize for Fiction long list, which you're watching this on Monday, April 22nd. Yeah, I think the 22nd. And so Wednesday, the shortlist comes out. I haven't started this one yet, but I'm going to try to start this one next. The next book I talked about in my current reading, this is John Galsworthy, The Foresight Saga. This is a buddy read I'm doing with my friend Andy. And I'm about 210 pages out of, I think, 310, something around there. This whole book is all the books that John Galsworthy wrote in the Foresight Saga, and Andy and I are only currently reading the first book, and we're going to have to talk about if we're going to continue, because it's interesting, sort of, not really. It's yeah, it's fine. The cat is getting interested in my stack. This one I'm almost done, is the one I'm almost done with. That's about grief. It talks about grief at the end. Okay. This is Hamlet by Maggie O'Farrell, and I'm reading this with Krista at Books and Jams. And this talks about Hamlet, who was the son of William Shakespeare. And it's a fictionalized account of his life and death at an early age. It's really good. My planners, my journal. This is on my April TBR, which we still have another week and a couple of days of April, so I'm hoping to get this one done. This is 8 Lives of a Century-Old Trickster by Mireille Lee. This is on the Women's Prize for Fiction long list, and also was, I think I pulled out of the TBR jar a title with more than, I don't know, 4 or 5 words in it. I can't remember. More than 5 words in it, in the title, and this definitely has them. So this is one I'm hoping to read next. Medicine Woman by Lucy H. Pierce, which is about the medical community's ignorance of issues that women deal with, and women's difficulty in getting proper treatment. And this is, so I ended up at my indie bookstore because it's, my comfort place. And I had a credit there, so I picked up My Withered Legs and Other Essays by Sandra Gale Lambert. This is blurbed by Sonia Huber, who wrote Pain Woman, Take Your Keys and Other Essays from a Nervous System. One of my favorite essay collections about chronic illness and disability. I did a video with recommendations, and I'll link it below. This is Sandra Gale Lambert's experience with love, aging, and the body's changing relationship to itself and the world. So I love a good essay collection. I, one of these days want to write essays, but, And then the other one is Arrangements in Blue, Notes on Loving and Living Alone by Amy Key. I was interested in this. I read an excerpt online somewhere, and really was drawn in by the writing. So like I said, I love a good essay collection and pretty much collect them. I don't know. I love a good essay collection. This is the cat. Another stack of books I have. That the cat is super interested in. Or just some library books I just picked up. Some of them I had holds on that came in, and then some I requested after seeing a booktuber talk about. So the first one is one I had to get back out because I think I talked about this in a library haul video, that I want to try Sarah Adams at my library for some reason, and maybe this is a good sign, that her books are usually checked out and have a hold on them. So I re-requested this after I had to return it. Also, I've been reading books. The last 2 books, I think I mentioned, kind of have a grief element to it. So I've decided this probably is going to happen very soon, because I think I don't have any renewals on it, and I need something light and fluffy. This Indian Kid is a Native American memoir. I heard this was just came up in a search I did. Or was it? I think it, no, I'm sorry. I think it was on a list of memoirs. Like memoirs you should check out. And this sounded really interesting to me. And again, a sucker for a cover. That's a really cool cover. This is about growing up impoverished, shuttled between different households, and attending 14 schools in 9 years. Eddie Chocolate seemed bound to follow a certain path in life. Despite the hurdles he faced, however, Eddie's upbringing was rich with love and bountiful gifts from his Creek and Cherokee heritage. Deep-rooted traditions he embraced even as he learned to live within the culture of white small-town America that dominated his migratory childhood. So yeah, I'm very interested in this one. This one is a graphic novel with 2 timelines. This is The Boy from Clearwater, book 1, by Yu Pei-yun and Zhao Zhizhen. Translation by Lin King. This is the one that came up when I was looking for something else. This came up on the library search, and it sounded really interesting. I enjoy graphic novel here and there. I don't read them a lot. But I was interested in this, and the art style looks really cool. There's some black and white, some muted colors. So we'll look at that one. Another essay collection. I do love my essay collections. This is Margaret Atwood's essays and occasional pieces from 2004 to 2021. Burning questions. So it's just some of the things that she's written. Essays, nonfiction pieces from the last decade or so. And then Daughter by Claudia Day. This is shortlisted for the Carol Shields Fiction Prize. To be loved by your father is to be loved by God. So says Mona Dean, playwright, actress, and daughter of a man famous for one great novel. A man whose needs and insecurities exert an inescapable pull and exact an immeasurable toll on the women of his family. Mona, her sister, her half-sister, their mothers. His infidelity destroyed Mona's childhood, setting her in opposition to a stepmother who, though equally damaged, disdains her for being broken. Then, just as Mona is settling into her life as an adult and a fledgling artist, her father begins a new affair and takes her into his confidence. So, pretty short one. We'll see. And then this series, which I think I have totally out of order, is The Tree Dragon Society. These are graphic novels that I saw someone talk about that they really enjoyed, and I just needed something different from all the heavy reading I've been doing for the fiction prizes, all the literary fiction. So the Tea Dragon Society is book 1, I think, and I may have this out of order. The Tea Dragon Festival by Katie O'Neill. These are by Katie O'Neill. And the Tea Dragon Tapestry. Yeah, it says it. This is the 3rd one to be in that order. Yeah, so I'm just gonna look at these and see. They break up some of the heavy reading I've been doing. Anyway, those are just some of the books that have crossed my path lately and that I'm in the middle of. What are you reading right now? Do you have any good books out from the library? Yeah, just let me know in the comments how you're doing, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.